Daniel Tosh, how do 90% of Americans have jobs?
I don't know.
Guess we're about to find out. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, let's get it.
It is great to be here in America.
3,000 thumbs up, because I don't want to hear none of that. Y'all asked for this video, and you just, oh, do the Daniel Tosh, do the Daniel Tosh. And I said, okay, we did the Daniel Tosh, so like it.
Yeah. The greatest country in the world, if you haven't traveled a lot. Do we have to constantly scream we're number one? It's always the people that live in the most boring parts of this country that scream the loudest. People in Kansas, we're the greatest country in the world. It's like, do you guys have internet there? You ever seen a photo of Fiji? I've never been to Fiji.
Wait, he's not lying. He's actually, that's actual factuals. Yeah, because that's like, he's like the Midwest, a real proud place, and there ain't a lot of stuff there, so he kick it kind of, I felt that. My boy said Kansas. Them be the ones.
You ever seen a photo of Fiji? I've never been to Fiji, but I've seen photos. It looks pretty amazing. It's hard to think we're better.
He said, no.
I think he said Canada.
He said Kansas.
People that live in the most boring parts of this country that scream the loudest. People in Kansas. We're the greatest country in the world. It's like, do you guys have internet there? You ever seen a photo of Fiji?
Now it's funny.
I've never been to Fiji, but I've seen photos. It looks pretty amazing. It's hard to think we're better than that. We're top 10. Maybe if we started screaming that every day, maybe terrorists would stop trying to saw our heads off. We're top 10. And they'd be like, that's fair.
Yeah.
It was that number one stuff that was getting old.
Oh my God.
America's basically turned into one of these factories where we just have a sign up, like, it's been 22 days since our last horrible thing. And it's like, oh, all right, rip it down, we're back at zero again. These things just keep happening, you know, whether it's Ferguson or Baltimore.
Yeah.
I can solve racist cops. That's an easy fix. But nobody comes to me for the answers. You want to get rid of that forever? How about this? Only black people should be allowed to be cops. Boom, problem solved. And if any of you have issue with this, it's because you're racist.
Oh my God.
What?
Ooh, what about white people?
Yo, nah, all black cops is crazy.
That's gonna be insane.
Nah, don't
do that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Don't do that.
Nah, I don't want all black cops.
No, don't do that.
Cause boy, I'm on my fade, my nigga. Don't you dare. Don't you give me my head up. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? Hey, take that badge and that gun off and come see me, papa. You know what I mean? We gonna be out there, you know. I'm putting dukes up because I'm gonna definitely get caught up by the black cop from Boys in the Hood.
The 1, 2.
Yeah, because nigga catch this fade, you know?
Boom, problem solved.
Don't do that.
And if any of you have issue with this, it's because you're racist.
But that's hilarious.
Ooh, what about white people? White people can be firefighters. We're more outdoorsy, it makes sense. White people, firefighters, black people, cops. Who wants tickets to the softball game now? Yeah, it's gonna get pretty tense. Might wanna put in a mercy rule.
That'd be fire.
And the next time we have one of these tragedies, inevitably we will, and you happen to be so unfortunate enough to know the person that's being accused of the crime, do us all a favor and don't get on TV the next day and be like, I lived next to him for 32 years. I never could have seen this coming. Maybe you should be locked up for 6 months. I find nothing more disrespectful. You never could have seen it coming. I've never met anyone in my entire life that I couldn't wrap my brain around the fact that they are capable of awful things. Literally no one. My mom could blow up a nursery.
It's crazy. crazy.
And if you put me on TV the next day and I was completely honest with myself, I'd be like, I can fucking see it.
Damn it.
Like, yeah, she done a few things in her life that might make me think that she might blow it.
Nursery though?
I'm saying.
My mom could blow up a nursery. And if you put me on TV the next day and I was completely honest with myself, I'd be like, I can fucking see it. No, it makes sense. Sometimes when I was a kid, I'd come home from school, she wasn't happy to see me. I think she hates children. Ladies, know that every man you're sitting next to tonight, if you could get into their head and see every thought they have ever had, you would immediately pull out a gun and blow your head off. Because trust me, they're capable of anything. All day long, every day, nothing but twisted, weird, awful shit is just going round and round and round. And what do you do at night? You snuggle up next to them because you're so happy that you're not alone. And I think that says more about you. That notion that your parents raised you on, stand by your man, if you're insane. The second your man gets accused of anything, you immediately distance yourself. Just be like, I don't know what the fuck he's into. And buy clothes in the next town, we'll forgive you.
Nah, don't do that.
By the way,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I ain't do it. Unless you know I did it then, because you know me. I claim mine, so. You know if I did, you be like, oh, nah. That nigga did that. But you still supposed to stay with me, though.
Mm-hmm.
you immediately distance yourself. Just be like, I don't know what the fuck he's into. And buy clothes in the next town, we'll forgive you. By the way, I do love this country. We're the only place with any diversity. The entire planet's segregated. You realize that when you watch international sports. Like I was trying to watch the World Cup.
That's true.
Despite hating it.
That is true.
I get it, soccer's the most popular sport on the planet. That's because half the world can't afford AC. And that's about how long you have to run just to get tired enough to fall asleep in these godforsaken countries. You ever try to gamble on soccer? What's the over-under, 0.5? How much time's left? It's a secret. I'm out. But we have diversity, other teams don't. Or if you look at the Olympics, you look at our US gymnastics squad, we have an Asian girl, a white girl, a black girl. Look at the Chinese squad. Any guesses?
Be mad diversity. He is not lying. That's a fact. I was just talking to my boy about this yesterday too. I was like, in other countries, they don't even be caring as much to be inclusive. Like, if an Asian person is born in Africa, everybody's just gonna be like, that's still an Asian person. You know what I mean? But in America, it don't be like that. Like, it don't matter what color you, what color or where you from. You're American, you know. So it's like, that's literally the reason why people come here and have babies, because the baby is a citizen. I guess is like the best way to put it.
Did you guess exclusively Chinese bitches? Look at the Chinese squad. Any guesses? Did you guess exclusively Chinese bitches? Yeah, that's all that's ever been on that team. That's all that will ever be on that team. And they wonder why they're not getting golds anymore. Well, you better get a Harlem in China.
Oh my God!
You think snapping together iPads all day is tough? It is. Not as tough as it used to be. Now they have suicide nets around their building so they can jump out, bounce right back. Sorry, boss, just need some fresh air. Back to making Americans more stuff? You got it.
You got it.
Oh my God. You gotta chill.
This is a tough joke to do as a white comedian, but here goes. Because where this country is now, from where we came from, is pretty remarkable. There's nothing more shameful in our country's past than slavery. Okay, that's horrible. But I've grown up in a generation where I've idolized black people my entire life. They are better at everything. So the fact that we pulled off slavery, I've already said it's awful. That's off the table. I'm just saying it's kind of neat. I mean, at any point, they could have been like, you know we can just run away, right?
Oh my God!
And you will never catch us.
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh my God! Yo! He said the only thing we've ever beat you niggas at was this. Yo, Daniel Tosh, bro. Hilarious. Hold on.
I mean, at any point, they could have been like, you know we can just run away, right?
Oh my God!
And you will never catch us. And if you do, we will beat the living shit out of you. All right, that's about how well that joke should go over. There's a fine line between appreciating the sarcasm and, ooh, this feels like a rally.
No, my God!
What?
That's what... Bruh, see, bruh, don't... Hey, bruh, see, bruh. That's what I be trying to say, my nigga. Because that's what... Yo,
What?
don't use this as an outlet, my nigga, to get your discretions off, bro. That's a fact, bro. Like, that made me like him so much more, him saying that. Because real ish, bro. Like, it's comedy at the end of the day. Like, we know this is not real ish. Like, some things obviously have truth, just like anything else. Like, the truth could have 13 parts to it. So if 3 parts of them are true, you could still say it's truth. But like, yeah, bro, don't use that as your excuse to be a
Cause you know y'all just ready.
yeah, not all y'all, but some of
Not all
y'all be
but-
definitely trying to nah, niggas. Ah, he's right. I don't like you. Nah, bro, don't do that. Wrong comment section for that one, bro. Wrong comment section for that, bro. We eat fufu around here. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Nah, hold on.
No, we can just run away,
That's
right?
real ish. Hold on.
And you will never catch us. And if you do, we will beat the living shit out of you.
Yo. Comedy.
All right, that's about how well that joke should go over. There's a fine line between appreciating the sarcasm and, ooh, this feels like a rally.
Right.
And you did well.
And you did well.
Yeah.
That's a joke I do not do everywhere. That's a joke if the audience gets a little too excited, I shut it down. You
Yo,
start hearing
they're laughing. They're laughing. That the funniest thing is they're laughing. But like when you when you really pay attention, you kind of be you be feeling that, and that's real. Like the fact that he's even conscious enough, I know that he's like obviously cracking a joke right now, but they're laughing at that. But that's real ish though, and I believe like as a performer, you know that's something you got to do is read your room. And you know, I'm sure that people that aren't or don't have malice in their heart, when they say ish like that, they got to be careful with their words, because if people live by them words that they're saying, it's like a rapper, bro. Like if a rapper talk about shooting somebody and smoking on their dead, all that kind of ish, it's like, yeah, but now other like people think that's okay just because they're doing it, which they might be shitty people, but. Now I respect that actually, and I know he's joking right now, but I can also tell that like that's something he meant when he said, "Yeah, I don't do this everywhere, and I also be paying attention." This is the first time I've actually seen him do stand up like this, but I'm very familiar with who he is. But yeah, no, I like his delivery, I like his performance, all of that for sure.
joke should go over. There's a fine line between appreciating the sarcasm and, ooh, this feels like a rally. And you did well. That's a joke I do not do everywhere. That's a joke if the audience gets a little too excited, I shut it down. You start hearing a couple yee-haws, trouble's a brewing. As soon as yee-haw hits a certain octave, hate crime and T minus 10, 9. The unemployment rate in our country is around 6.5%. I'm told that's pretty good. I could care less. I wish a president would have the balls to say what I'm about to. 10% of Americans don't deserve jobs. Good night. Like, that's a number I can get my head around. Of course, there's exceptions to that. That's not who we're talking about. But if you don't think 10% of Americans are lazy pieces of shit, then you have never traveled anywhere. Because the number that blows me away is that over 90% of Americans have jobs. Who the fuck is hiring you morons? Because I wouldn't.
Right.
The sense of entitlement, everyone thinks they deserve more than they have. No one's content. Young kids, I won't even talk to them anymore because you parents have done just a bang-up job. If I meet one more kid and ask him what he wants to do when he gets older, and he replies, I'll be famous like you, I'm gonna kick him in his teeth. You're never gonna be famous. Never. You have no chance. I didn't get here because I work hard. I have a gift from God. Everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame, buddy. Excuse me? That's an average. Yeah, that's 0 for you, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 20 years, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Everybody gets 15 minutes. You know Andy Warhol was on drugs when he said that, right? He didn't think he'd be quoted for the rest of eternity, let alone taken seriously as an artist. You ever go into like a cute local cafe and an artist has their work for sale on the walls? Has anybody ever not walked up, looked at the price, and gone, who the fuck do they think they are? Just once, I'd like to walk into somebody's home and be like, wow, that is a beautiful piece. Where did you get it? And they're like, oh, funny story. I was getting a spinach wrap the other day for lunch, and I had $750 burning a hole in my pocket. And I was like, hey guys, unbolt this from your urinal and get it into my living room. You know what the unemployment rate in China is? Neither do I, because I'm American, I'm fucking stupid. It's gotta be low, right? Those people get up at 3 in the morning to practice the violin for 4.5 hours, then they work on math for 12 hours, and whatever's left, they're ninjas.
Stupid.
If you think for 1 second we will ever catch up with them, you are out of your mind. Just sit at home and be patient until they take over. And quite frankly, they deserve our country. I go, oh shit, China's here. Do we take off our shoes? How does this work?
How does this work?
Oh my God. Yo, that was really good. I ain't gonna fry. Oh man, that was fire. That y'all gotta tell me what else to do for that one, cause yeah, he went crazy for 10 minutes. Drop a like.
Run it up.
Drop a subscribe.